Hello guys, and welcome back to today's video. And in today's video we're doing an election prediction between a generic Democrat, which you could say is essentially maybe a Cory Booker, a Kamala Harris, sticks to their party lines, which hurts and helps them in some states, against President Donald Trump. Again, this is a 2020 prediction, because we don't know exactly who's going to run currently in 2020, but except Donald Trump, who we are pretty sure is going to win the Republican nomination. But essentially, we're going to give the safe states again to which usually every Democrat has carried. Again, they usually start out around 180 to 200, and the Republicans start up. Trump starts a bit farther back, which is a bit typical with Republicans. Again, they don't do as well in some states. But yeah, so this is what the map looks like. 188 to 165. But three states that I personally give away to Trump pretty quickly is Arizona, because I don't believe that state will flip unless you have a really big landslide from a person like Joe Biden, who isn't a generic Democrat. Georgia doesn't look like it's gonna flip unless you get Kamala Harris, and still it doesn't look like it's gonna flip. And not North Carolina, but Iowa, because of the white working class population, the white vote, the evangelical vote, which Mike Pence does very well with. And so as you see, he's already at 198, and you have the Rust Belt again left. You have part of the Northeast, the Eastern Atlantic Seaboard, and the West here. And Democrats have carried Colorado in the last 3 elections, same with Nevada. So we'll give those to the Democrats. And again, Trump's issues with Latino voters will probably not allow him to win these states unless he runs against someone like Elizabeth Warren. Ohio is actually a pretty reliably Trump state, not Republican, but Trump state, because most of these supporters aren't Republican, they are Trump supporters. There's a difference between being a Republican supporter and a Trump supporter, because again, an example with the Democrats, in 2008 and 2012, his supporters were Obama supporters, not Democratic supporters, which is why we saw a huge shift in the country. It's essentially a center-right country. It turned into even more of a right country. And usually I don't give the Democrats North Carolina, so we're going to give Trump North Carolina. And we usually, because of Trump's good appeal to Latino voters in the Miami-Dade area, doing very well in the Panhandle, doing very well in the I-4 corridor, doing very well with the white vote, we give Florida to Trump. And this prediction is if Trump could win. Well, first of all, we're gonna show you the scenario if Trump doesn't win, which is essentially the Democrat takes back the Rust Belt and wins every other state. But so this is what a generic Democrat against Trump winning would be. But for Trump to win, I still think this 2nd congressional district goes blue. I'm sorry about that, but Trump would have to recreate something in the Rust Belt that he did before in 2016. So Michigan, per se, just say flips back to the Democrats, and Virginia also, that's turning into a very blue state with the growing Northern Virginia suburbs, growing population. He would need to carry one of these 3 states, which any one of them would carry him, put him over the top. And per se, Wisconsin actually voted for him by about a percentage point. He could carry that state and he could win that. But let's just say that he doesn't. But let's just say the Democrat carries Minnesota, which has been a reliably Democratic state. Hasn't voted red since, I believe, 1972. So yeah, it's been a very long time. Even in the Reagan landslide in 1984, he didn't. Democrat didn't carry that, and so you have 2 states left at Wisconsin. He could carry Wisconsin easily. He did it in 2016, but let's just say he doesn't. He would have to carry Pennsylvania, which I think he could actually do pretty well. because if he does pretty well in the center part of the country, does pretty well in the western part of the country, more next in the border of Ohio, does pretty well in Pittsburgh, Allegheny County, then where that special election was, and in the Philadelphia suburbs again. He could even Bucks County, which was, I believe, blue since '92. He almost carried that county, and so if he does, but let's just say, I think Trump, this would be a reliable scenario where Trump wins 280 to 258. But let's just say that he can't carry Pennsylvania. He'd have to carry maybe a Colorado. Then you'd be at a tie. Maybe he would have to carry Minnesota, but excuse me. But this would be the most reliable scenario I would see for Trump winning against a generic Democrat. So again, a generic Democrat beating Trump would look something like this. A generic Democrat losing, or Trump beating a generic Democrat, could be something like this. And so yeah, this is my prediction. Essentially, both scenarios would be actually very close, because the Democrats can't just get a generic Democrat. They need to get someone special. Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, to beat, to have a shot at beating Trump. And even then, they would still have a bit of trouble because of Trump's coalition. And that is today's video. Today's first video. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like. Please comment down any suggestions. Please share this video. I'd appreciate it very much. Every time people watch this video, every time people subscribe to my channel. But yeah, if you did enjoy, leave any suggestions, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later today.